Guys, you want to take that rotisserie chicken and you want to put that in about half full of a medium pot like this, and you're gonna just let it boil in there for about 10 minutes and let it cool. We took some of the chicken breast and other meat off because we wanted to eat it, but you can use a full rotisserie chicken. If you don't want to buy rotisserie chicken, you can just cook a full chicken yourself. Just easier to get a rotisserie. So once again, let it boil in water for 10 minutes so that we can pull the meat off really easy. And now that it's cooled, I'm going to show you the next thing that we're going to do. So these are all the ingredients you need for the really good chicken soup. These are these kind of small potatoes that I have today, but you can use two, larger ones. We have a few cloves of garlic here. We have one onion. Celery, I put in kale, so we're going to chop this kale up pretty good and put that in. 3 carrots. So you want to chop all this up pretty, into small pieces, and you'll see when we have it in the pot. What you want to do with this first is in the pot, in a separate pot than the chicken, is you're going to put your onion first, but I'll show you. All right. So you're going to cut up all those vegetables that we listed. And the first thing you want to do before you put all these vegetables in is the first thing you want to cut up that garlic, a few cloves. You want to put oil in, heat it up at high heat, just for a few minutes till it's hot. Then put the garlic in, cook that just for about a minute. Then put the onions in, cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then load in all of your vegetables. Now, as you're cooking these, you're going to cook these for about 10 minutes. You occasionally want to put a little bit of the broth. You have here your bone broth. Basically, that's what bone broth is. We cook the chicken in its bone in this water. We didn't cook it. It was a rotisserie, but we heated it up. So you want to start to put some of this broth in so it doesn't burn the bottom here, because it will burn, okay? And you're going to be cooking this, sauteing this for about 10 minutes. Okay, the next we're going to put in some whole ground pepper. Some pepper in there. Then we're going to put in some garlic powder. And we're going to put in some pink Himalayan salt. And just a little bit. Now you can season it more. I'm not a heavy seasoner, but that's pretty good. Now we're going to add in more of the bone broth from this rotisserie chicken that we put into this boiling water. We're going to add that in. You can add in a little bit at a time. There you go. And now what we'll do is we'll let now we're going to start to pick away at this chicken and pull the chicken strips off while this is cooking up. Okay? And we'll start to pick away. And you can just pick away at these pieces here. And then just put in these chunks of chicken in here. And then we'll show you step 2 where we actually re-cook the bone to get more bone broth out of this. So keep peeling away all this great chicken meat that's here. Wonderful. You just put that in. Okay, so do the whole chicken, then leave it in here. We're going to add some water and reheat this and make some more bone broth. Okay, so I know this looks nasty, but we took all of the chicken, as much as we could, off this rotisserie chicken, and now it's in the soup, which is cooking. And then we put water back in, about half a pot, and we're going to heat this up. You can see the bones in here. This is really bone broth. We're trying to get all the marrow and all the different, nutrients and minerals out of the bones that have healing properties and boost the immune system. So we're going to heat this up. Now, for people that are really not feeling well, they can just sip the bone broth, if they're healing from either cancers, chemotherapy, if they can't do heavy-duty soup like this or have digestive issues, they can just sip this bone broth, which is really healthy for you. Or you can save it for later for another day. So we're going to heat this up, and we're going to add that back in to get some more nutrients in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this bone broth and you're going to pour it in. Obviously we're going to use a strainer. Oops. With a strainer, Get all that good stuff in there. And you could keep using these bones if you want over time. All right, super. So that's basically your soup. You're going to let this cook. Now we're at high elevation here in Colorado, but you'll probably let this cook. I'm going to let this cook here for about 45 minutes, and let everything just steam and stew. But wonderful, easy dish to make. All right. So we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you in the next video.